There's no doubt about it that any family like us uses a lot of energy, and most of that energy comes from electricity. So we went to Fully Charged a few weeks ago, and if there's one thing for sure, it's that renewable energy is becoming a really important part of everybody's lives. A good deal of the electricity that's on the grid these days is from renewable sources such as the sun, the wind, hydropower, that kind of thing. However, there's one thing that doesn't get any cleaner, and that's petrol. Now, this is our car, one of our cars. We have two. We have both Igos, and that's because 10 years ago when we bought them, they were cheap, they were efficient to run, and they were good little cars, less likely to break down. However, there's one thing we know now, is that this car will never get any cleaner. It always using petrol, which is dinosaur juice dug up from the ground in a foreign country, and huge amounts of energy expended to make it into something that this thing can drink that I can get just down the road. But now, of course, there are electric cars that can run off electric, and as electric gets cleaner all the time, the cars get cleaner all the time. If we were to install solar panels on our house, it would be completely clean. Now, of course, there's various people who will say, well, yeah, but the car is dirty to build, but so is this thing, right? Electric cars aren't any dirtier to build than a normal car, but they're much cleaner to run. So why shouldn't we start trying to be cleaner? And so that's what we've done. Tomorrow our poor little Igo goes in for part exchange, and we're going to get an electric car. Watch this space. Whoa, it's like 2 months later and look, an electric car. It's a Hyundai Ioniq electric. So here we are in the new electric car. It's been about 2 months now since we've owned it. I've left it that long just so we could see what it's really like to own an electric car. We haven't been on long journeys. We haven't done hundreds of miles where we've needed to rapid charge. We've so far only charged at home. We've actually changed our electric plan to Octopus Energy. So they have a special electric vehicle plan where you can charge cheap at night. I'll go through that in another video and go through some prices perhaps, but yeah, so basically we love this car. It's done mainly short shopping trips, trips to the beach, trips to school, that kind of thing, and it's fantastic. The kids love it. It's dead quiet. It's got gadgets galore, this particular one, and it's just a really nice thing to drive. So one of the things we love about this car is how energy efficient it is. You can see we easily get 5.6 miles per kilowatt hour on average out of this car. We've had a maximum of 6.3, but it's dead easy to get 5.6. You just drive it normally. Compared to the old Igo, it's really quick. It's really got a lot of torque. It's powerful. It pushes away really quickly. It's also very luxurious compared to the Igo. It's got, as I say, all the gadgets. It's got air conditioning, it's got air conditioned seats, heated wheel. It's got a much bigger boot. It's perfect family car. The best thing about it, we're not using any petrol. No petrol at all. The national grid now is powered nearly a quarter by renewable energy like solar and wind and tide, and so this car is getting cleaner all the time. It's more efficient to go from electric to drive than it is from petrol to drive, because of course you have to, if you consider well to wheel, which is digging up the dinosaur juice, converting it into petrol, delivering it to a petrol station, putting it in your car, burning it in your car, that is a considerably higher carbon output and energy output than simply generating energy from, say, a wind turbine into the grid, out of the grid into the car, and using it to drive. And of course more and more renewable energy is now being put onto the grid, so this car is just going to get cleaner and cleaner. And that's not something you can say about petrol cars. Now, I've got a petrol car still as our second car, the one that I commute to work with, and that will be becoming electric as soon as I can possibly find a decent car that fits my needs. There's so much misinformation about electric cars around at the moment. You must do your research, because if you ask any person who's had an electric car for any amount of time, they will say they will never go back to petrol or diesel. They are brilliant. So this is just a brief introduction to our new car. If you want any more information, just leave us a comment and I can do some more information if you like. My wife is using a wheelchair quite often at the moment, and that fits easily inside this boot, so if you need any information about that or about anything else about this car, then just let me know. I'll do a video soon on Octopus Energy and how we got changed over to them in another vlog soon. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this quick video saying why we got an electric car and that we absolutely love it. And I hope to see you in another video. Please subscribe and do all that stuff, and see you soon. Ta-ra!